The final layer of the app allows you to provide advice to the client. There are two ways of entering the advice section, and first I'm going to show you how to deal with advice within the defects layer. So we've already got two defects for the roof in here, or rather conditions for the roof. So we've got the condition comment on the extension roof and the condition on the pitched roof. Now, given that the extension roof has got problems, I think we're going to need to provide some advice to the client. So if I click on that box, I'll be taken back into the second layer, as evident by the red colour, which specifically deals with the extension roof. If I click on advice, I can highlight the fact that the roof is a risk to the building because it's defective, and doing so will generate a section J paragraph. I can then provide a recommendation that they get a contractor to quote for the remedial work needed, as it's going to be urgent. If I click done, you'll see that we've got our defect here regarding the flat roof and our advice here, and that advice is going to be grouped together with this defect. So if we go back to the main page, you'll see that that advice has now been dropped into this section with the extension roof's condition paragraph. There is an alternative way of dealing with it though. Rather than going into the defect, you can provide a more general set of advice which is universal to all of the defects that you've given under the roof coverings. And rather than going into the defect like this and clicking on the advice button here, you can instead click the advice button on this page, and by clicking on that you're presented with exactly the same options that you were before, but in this case the advice will sit separately below everything else in the third layer. And this is particularly helpful if the advice you're giving is not specific to any of these defects but is more general to the roof coverings in general. Say for instance if you had two defective flat roofs or various roofs that are all defective, there's little point in each of these sections making a recommendation that the applicant gets a quote for repairs. You may as well have a universal comment on that at the very end, and that's what this is great for. If I go back into advice, I'll just point out that you'll know you're going to be in the advice layer because it's sort of this greeny yellow colour, and that's what eTech have gone for. It's sort of a colour coded scheme. Once you're sort of aware of the colour schemes, you will find it much easier to navigate around because you'll realise where you are. Thank you, end of video.